In the last episode, we defeated the various barbarian heroes trying to enter our barbarian city, and we're doing quite well now, so let's try to keep this going and let's play Heroes of Might and Magic 2. So once again, the sorceress has saved the day, kind of, and we are still able to learn something. We can go for either mysticism or advanced diplomacy. So yeah, 4 spell points each day is quite nice, especially later on when you fight a lot, although you also gain, I believe you gain your entire mana back if you spend the night in a city with a mage guild. Or we can go with advanced diplomacy, which will allow us to negotiate and will make approximately 1/2 of the group offer to join us. That sounds very, very good. I believe you also learned basic luck with this hero, so that's also pretty useful. And we have quite a bit of movement now. Not helped by navigation. If we were on the sea, we'd have even more movement. But I believe what we have now is actually fine. Also trying to get some more upgrades going here. I'm hesitant to build that because I do want to save those crystals for the pyramid over here. We will, however, build a garbage heap or a coliseum. No, let's have some garbage here. Okay, I want a moat. And finally, over here, we want nothing we can buy. The AI has done a fairly good job at building this city, and we've done a fairly good job at taking it over, so that's fair, I guess. Okay, there are more cities. We can see the shadow of a city here. Let's see which city hides behind this shadow. It's a barbarian city. And we can see the enemy is kind of hard pressed now because they have wizard troops with or wizard heroes with barbarian troops. Also, we should be able to take this mine and go back before the enemy reaches this castle, because we have the street and they have this magma ground, which has very high movement costs, if I'm not mistaken. So your troops will move slower on that, or basically you will use more movement points to move one square on one field on those. There's nothing here to recruit. Kind of sucks. I do want to stay here though, because I don't want to lose this town again. So let's just explore the surroundings a bit more. Those are fire elementals. They are not that strong. That's a pendant of death. We could get it, but it's really pointless. It makes your undead troops immune against the word of light. However, since we don't have a necromancer town, at least I haven't seen one yet, there is no point in having that. Okay, he seems to be afraid of us because he is hiding in that city now. We do want to recruit some more here. Especially those guys. And those. And also some of those. I basically want everything. And I was really one of the people, I guess everybody was, but I really was happy when they introduced the recruit everything button, especially later on when you, for example in Heroes 5, you have a button that basically recruits all the creatures you can afford and actually maximizes the amount of creatures you get. So it tries to get the high tier units first and then it goes down from there. It's quite a simple algorithm if you want to put it like that. Any enemies coming in here? No. Okay, there is a town here. It's another barbarian. They're really generous with those. Also, I believe this is a lucky coin. I'm not sure why it hasn't been picked up. I believe nobody has really bothered taking this area over. We might want to get close to the castle again. And we definitely want to take that. I also see why they haven't been able to... or why we haven't been able to get a barbarian hero, because I'm quite sure he has grabbed them all for himself. And a fun fact in Heroes 4, they introduced something I really liked, or at least I really enjoyed, that was the prison mechanic. If you defeated an enemy hero, he would be brought to the nearest city prison and be held captive there until the enemy basically liberated the city. So they couldn't just rehire them at will, and that was, I believe it was a pretty fun mechanic. Of course, they had to counter that with a crap load of heroes being available in general. But yeah, we'll get to Heroes 4 in time, so you will see what I mean. For now, let's attack Alamar in Bazenji. And that doesn't seem to be a very difficult fight. Because the enemy is kind of hard pressed now, we'll also have to... well, they'll be in a bit of trouble when they attack, because they have to split their troops among more heroes. I don't think the AI tries to fire heroes at all. So what they do is they... do I want this or that? I think I want to attack those. As I said, the placement thing won't work here. Yeah, he will attack that. Yeah, not too well done there. Average, you're slow, so you'll have your turn way later. You won't really attack that for that much, because those, well, your 8 centaurs, your 8 tier 1 troops. And he has also blown his attack already, which is, I believe, a really poor move. Like, he has blown his spell, and he should have a way better spell than that at hand. I mean, he has 60 spell points. So he could have gone for something way more aggressive, because there won't be a round 2 in which he can shoot. Or which he can cast a spell. Because my phoenixes will have the first turn, and that'll be it. Yeah, the spreads can't do much here. Skip it, and we wouldn't have needed the catapult. I've never actually seen the catapult hit a unit. Actually, I believe I might have once, and it didn't hurt them. So the catapult won't just randomly hit your unit and you'll be in trouble. Like, it won't quite literally backfire, even though it's not backfire. It's fire report, but it's not going to hit you. That's our point. That's all the points I'm going to make here. It doesn't backfire. Okay, there's another city up here, and something tells me it might be a barbarian city as well. Let's stay in here for now. Still can't build anything here. I do want to see how much sulfur I'm gaining, though. We are gaining no sulfur at all. That explains why it takes so long to get the bloody red tower going. Right, because he has taken my sulfur mine up here. I believe I'm just going to buy another hero. You, Trojan. Actually, no, wait. What day do we... Oh, it's day 1, okay. Let's do this. Let's hire Trojan the hero. What the hell is wrong with you, cell phone? Okay, let's hire Trojan. Upgrade her dwarves to battle dwarves, even though we really don't need to. We'll also not give her that many troops. I just want her to basically take all those mines and stuff. Although we won't say no to that free experience here. But yeah, that's what I really want her for. And maybe some of that stuff here. There's some exploration to be done here, some resources might be lying around. Basically, he just needs to grab free stuff. Yeah, I know they can still move, but we are having a few too many heroes, or wannabe heroes, approaching, so let's just stay all in the castle. For a minute I thought I had Ariel the warlock here, but I was wrong there, and I'm glad to be wrong. In that case, I'm usually not glad to be wrong. I'm also usually not wrong. Unless in gaming when I'm on camera, then I'm very well wrong sometimes. Yeah, let's take this mine. We need it. And we can still be in the castle in 1 turn. So that's definitely a good thing. Let's see what the next hero is. We can get Thundax the Barbarian, who is currently... he has never been hired before. As you can see by his experience. They usually get some level somehow and somewhere. And we'll hire him here, because that's the place where we have the Barbarian troops. The other castle would be worth trying, but also not, because it's... well, it's a new castle. It has recently been built up, I can show you that. I mean, you've seen it in the last turn, when we took it. There is literally nothing here. This is all still fresh, so... oh, look, a necromancer. Zom the Necromancer. I even forgot the name of that guy. Feeling a bit ashamed now, but then again, not really. Just saying, it feels weird to not know a name of a hero. But yeah, the Necromancer heroes were always a bit replaceable for me. The Leprechaun offers you the Gambler's Lucky Coin for the small price of 2,000. I'm paying 2,000 coins for 1 coin. I'm making a bad deal here, but yeah, let's have it. You try to pay the Leprechaun, but realize that you can't afford it. Right, I just bought troops. I forgot about that. Let's grab this stuff and get ready to go back to the castle. Do we have any hero who is too loaded with artifacts? No, not yet. Ooh, immune to paralyze spells. I believe that counts blinding as well, but I'm not sure. We have a lot of immunity going here. Like we have the Berserk spell immunity, we have Paralyze immunity, we have Better Hypnosis, which is okay. And I believe, by the way, your spell power affects the amount of health points you can affect. So if the stack has a total of, I don't know, 10 times your spell power in health, you can't hypnotize them. No, go into the castle. Okay, don't go into the castle, there's no point in doing that. Attack those skeletons. Also note that this is not the desert place, so you've seen the rogue troops. They have this kind of desert backdrop. And that's not the Barbarian, so you will always lose that morale bonus if you add those to your army. Agar, it's time to... it might also be time to attack. Let's try attacking. This is LP 13. Can't use my numpad here. Forgot about that. I want to make sure I have enough movement to attack both of them. Okay, this fight shouldn't be that hard. Do you have the fireball? You kinda wasted it though. I believe this hero might be pretty strong. And honestly, I would have placed the gargoyles up here, because the Hydras couldn't reach him there. Here they can. I'm not sure why he did that. Well, not that they need to. Yeah, let's go all in. That was not necessary. And he's... no, he didn't slow them down. They are just that slow. You have... if we cold ray those, we might have to kill the entire stack with those gargoyles. The German name for those translates to water spitters, so I'm usually trying to call them water spitters or something. Okay, we have enough movement, so let's attack here as well. He has actually spaced his troops out quite a lot. And I'm not sure what to think of that. I believe it's kind of dumb. Shut up, cell phone. We can't do that much spellcasting here because we kind of used all our mana. I'm going to slow those down though. That should keep him busy trying to heal them or trying to haste them again. And I wish spells would actually just not override each other here. I believe what they do now is they override each other. So if he casts... He doesn't speed them up. Wow. So if he casts a haste spell and then I cast a slow, then they will cancel each other out. And I don't believe the actual spell power will matter there. So the new spell will always override the old one. I believe that's quite a shame. Also, I once had a battle with 2 Hydra stacks, and I shouldn't have done that. It was the most boring fight in my life, because it took ages for them to get to each other. Ages. So both sides were flinging spells at each other, and having all the fun, and the Hydras were just going slowly towards each other, and that's why I said I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, get those away from there. Ideally over here. Never place your troops next to each other if you fight a spellcast, especially a high level one. Because Meteor Shower, I believe, is a level 3 spell. So you have to have at least standard wisdom to cast it. And this guy certainly has that. I believe all warlocks start with wisdom. I'm not sure though. Might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. By any means, don't quote me on anything I say. Even though I would kind of be honored if you did, but no. Don't quote me on anything. Yeah, now he's going for the big damage spells. The thing with Hydras is you really want to get as many of them down as possible in one go. Because if you surround them like that, their retaliation is pretty devastating. However, now we can just pile up on them. And they will, of course, get one more attack. Now my Hydras will go in there. Those will go in. And yeah, that was the silly thing I dislike. This retaliation. It just sucks. Anyway, we got the Hydra down. Luckily, they don't do the entire regrowing thing, which the Mythical Hydra did. Not sure if you remember, but the Mythical Hydra was basically regrowing like 2 heads if you cut off 1. So you'd end up with a being with an awful lot of heads, and most of them being quite angry at you for trying to cut off their predecessors, I guess. So, yeah. Killing that was a pretty nasty task for Hercules. It's one of the Herculean tasks to kill the Hydra. I believe he did it by burning out the stumps. So he was basically cauterizing them and stopping them from regrowing. Pretty nasty business, really. Then again, they were the Herculean tasks, so they were supposed to be difficult. And I guess nasty. Okay, if I knew where the enemy would be coming from, that would be making things a lot easier. Also, I just remember we still have 2 enemies to go. There are actually 2 enemy players. There's also a red player here. Or to be precise, he is about here. Rathmond. And we still have Thundex the Barbarian, who will try his luck with the Throng of Skeletons. They shouldn't be that difficult for him. We have a fairly decent army. It's not too big, but it's okay. We have 10 Watchers, and I like how they just summon their stone. Let's fire those skeletons. They don't have any kind of immunity against projectile attacks, by the way. That would be silly. That's not in until much later. Yeah, skeletons actually considered somewhat hard to shoot. I should have actually attacked this one, but I didn't care. I really like the wolves. I just I don't know. I never use them that well in combat, but I really like them. Like this entire notion of a troop that has 2 attacks is just awesome to me, and especially because I think it fits very well with the Barbarian theme. And I just generally like that. we can also have something going on here. Let's have a left turret. And let's have 18 orcs. No, 19 orcs. Let's have some orcs. Some of those, and some of those. The wolves are mostly for the speed boost. By the way, we're making a whopping 8,000 a day. That is actually a fairly big stack of money. He couldn't move out there. Our hero is basically blocking the entrance, and we could try to besiege him there. Well, we are going to besiege him, but there is no such thing as kind of besieging a castle, like standing in front of it and waiting for the enemy to do anything. This entire mechanic is basically the siege fight. I could harass him that way, but eventually he might have enough troops accumulated and hired in here to actually defeat my troops if I don't resupply them, so there's no point, and I would just keep losing out on troops if I just sit here and wait. Yes, he could do anything, but it would be a waste of time. I could always just go in and kill him, which I will now. Like this. Okay, we will have so many mana points. And at some point you actually don't need to... I think that sounds a bit like the spell fail, I don't know. It sounds like a failure sound to me. Anyway... Do I want to get... Yeah, I want to get those down. Did my timer go off? Yeah. Ooh, they've been cursing the Phoenix. And you see that it overrode the blessing spell. Even though this guy has less... No, he has more spell power. So I might still be wrong there. Please don't let me be wrong, game. I couldn't handle it. I could. I would probably have to handle being wrong in the game at some point. I mean, I was wrong to choose a knight in the first try to get the scenario knocked out. Okay, if I go here, those ogres should go for the phoenixes. Yeah, facepalm as much as you want, sorcerer. Warlock, damn it. There is no sorcerer, there's only sorceresses. Okay, we can cure those guys. That should also remove the curse. So it's killing 2 flies with 1 fly swatter. I'm bad at sayings. Okay, there we go. We defeated another hero, took over another castle, and can now learn expert diplomacy. All of the creatures may join you, if there are any creatures left on this map. That's the big thing. Also, they will attack you if you refuse their offer. In most cases, they will just attack you. So, think twice about attacking a big group that you can't handle in combat, because they will be expensive, and if you can't pay them, they will be angry at you. However, that is something for next episode. I'll see you then. Bye!